When you think about racial equality and civil rights, which political party comes to mind? The Republicans or the Democrats? Most people would probably say the Democrats.
Facts.
But this answer is incorrect.
Facts.
Since its founding in 1829, the Democratic Party has fought against every major civil rights initiative and has a long history of discrimination.
Facts.
The Democratic Party defended slavery,
Facts.
started the Civil War,
Facts.
opposed Reconstruction,
Facts.
founded the Ku Klux Klan, imposed segregation,
Facts.
perpetrated lynchings,
Facts.
and fought against the Civil Rights Acts of the 1950s and 1960s.
Facts, 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 facts. Everything she just said, ladies and gentlemen, is accurate. You could Google all of this for yourself. You could go do your own research. That's why I keep forcing and telling everybody to go do their own research. You feel me? Because it's so much facts out there for y'all to dwell in. It'll be mind-boggling to y'all. Welcome back to Monarch Smart TV, everyone. And if this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boy and turn them notification bell and put them on all so you do not miss facts, the truth, the bangers, the stuff that we bring to y'all. So if you're ready, strap on your seatbelt and get your popcorn, get your chips, get whatever you need to get comfy, relax, put your legs up and check out the facts.
In contrast, the Republican Party was founded in 1854 as an anti-slavery party. Its mission was
You hear that?
to stop the spread of slavery into the new Western territories
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
with the aim of abolishing it entirely.
You hear that? That's why I keep preaching to y'all. You hear why the Republican Party was formed? To stop slavery. That's the only reason why the Republican Party was formed. It was only one party. The Democrat them was running the whole entire show. They the one created the KKK. Them the one that was slaving us black folks. It used to be two states, conservative and the slavery state. Even when the slave used to escape and run to the conservative state, the conservative folks used to help them and hide them from the slave owners, which is the Democrats. And then the Democrat passed a law and tell them anybody that's hiding and helping these slaves is going to prison. That's not right. That's wrong. So they come together and form the Republican Party, and their job was to stop slavery. I need everybody, do your research, folks.
This effort, however, was dealt a major blow by the Supreme Court in the 1857 case Dred Scott versus Sandford. The court ruled that slaves aren't citizens, they're property.
You hear that? Make sure y'all like up this video, everybody. Make sure you share this video out. I'm begging y'all. The whole entire world need to know the facts. Everything that I'm saying, everything that I'm showing y'all is the facts. I don't fabricate nothing. You feel me? I don't make up stories. I've been knew all of this. I keep preaching this time and time again. If you go back and check my videos, it's crazy, crazy, crazy.
The 7 justices who voted in favor of slavery, all Democrats. The 2 justices who dissented, both Republicans.
You hear that? You hear that? This is a vote for slavery. Should we keep slaving these black folks? And all the Democrats said yes. We don't care about them. We gonna keep slaving them. They are not humans. They are properties. That's what they claim. And it was only 2 Republicans up there. And they said, no, we can't do that. These are human beings just like us. What are y'all doing?
The slavery question was, of course, ultimately resolved by a bloody civil war. The commander-in-chief during that war was the first Republican president, Abraham Lincoln, the man who freed the slaves.
You hear that? You hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
6 days after the Confederate Army surrendered, John Wilkes Booth, a Democrat, assassinated President Lincoln.
You hear that? They didn't like the fact that they released the slaves. They gave black people hope and freedom. So what they did, they assassinated him. And that's what they trying to do now. This ain't nothing changed. They see Donald Trump as this man that's trying to help black folks too much, trying to preach the truth too much, and they don't like that. That's why they trying to kill him right now, ladies, and y'all need to know the facts. Now they trying to kill him. He don't have to go through none of that, but God sent him on a mission to save us. Without him, I don't know what this world would have end up become, because everybody else is scared. Everybody else is afraid to speak up. But this man is a straight fighter and fighting for us. But a lot of y'all is blind to what's going on. It's blind. All y'all need to do is take up a book, do a little research, and stop letting the program y'all.
Lincoln's vice president, a Democrat named Andrew Johnson, assumed the presidency. But Johnson adamantly opposed Lincoln's plan to integrate the newly freed slaves into the South's economic and social order. Johnson and the Democratic Party were unified in their opposition to the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery, the 14th Amendment, which gave blacks citizenship, and the 15th Amendment, which gave blacks the vote. All three passed only because of universal Republican support.
You hear that? Democrats ain't got nothing to do with this. They did not want this. They killed the man who gave us these rights, who free us up. They make sure got rid of him, and none of them vote for this. None of them.
During the era of Reconstruction, federal troops stationed in the South helped secure rights for the newly freed slaves. Hundreds of black men were elected to Southern state legislatures as Republicans, and 22 black Republicans served in the U.S. Congress by 1900.
You hear that, right? Black man was let in as a Republican. As a Republican, folks, because the Democrat was against them. They are the KKK. They are the slave masters. So back then, none of these black men was not showing no love to the Democrat Party, because the Democrat Party was the enemy. Them the ones that's trying to kill them. Them the ones that's trying to beat them, slave them, lynch them, and everything above. That's bad. So all the black folks was Republican. Republican was formed to stop slavery. So I don't see why. Now, I know why though. I know why. But if black folks are smart and do their own research and stop letting the TV program them, we wouldn't be going through all of this right now.
The Democrats did not elect a black man to Congress until 1935.
You hear that? You hear that? Wasn't nobody black could get inside the Democratic Party until years and years later. And it's a reason why they let somebody in.
But after Reconstruction ended, when the federal troops went home, Democrats roared back into power in the South. They quickly reestablished white supremacy across the region with measures like black codes, laws that restricted the ability of blacks to own property and run businesses.
Yo, you hear that? Folks, do you hear that? I don't know how the Democrat them get back in power, but they did somehow. And then they start to strip everything that the Republican put in order for these black folks. You see it, you hear it. They took everything back. Laws that was restricted abilities of black to own properties and business. They did not want us to own nothing. And it's still going on to this day. That's why they want us to just depend on them. They don't want us to be independent, because once we independent, we got free minds now. We think different. We gonna see the truth once we not dependent on nobody. You feel me? So they don't want that.
And they impose poll taxes and literacy tests used to subvert black citizens' right to vote.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Make sure y'all sharing this video out. Make sure y'all liking this video. Make sure y'all supporting this video. Do whatever y'all got to do so much people could knows the truth and found out exactly what's going on. We can't let this go on any further without black folks and everybody, every nation, every race knows the facts, and stop letting the program y'all.
And how is all of this enforced? By terror, much of it instigated by the Ku Klux Klan, founded
Yes.
by a Democrat,
Facts.
Nathan Bedford Forrest.
You hear that? Y'all could go Google that. A Democrat. He started the KKK. And you know what the KKK was about. We gonna get rid of all black folks, because they are not human. They are properties to us.
As historian Eric Foner, himself a Democrat, notes, in effect, the Klan was a military force serving the interests of the Democratic Party.
You hear that? The KKK was a force, a militant force. It was like a army that are serving the Democratic Party. Meaning any black folks that's not down with what we doing, we gonna kill them. It was crazy back then, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy, crazy, and insane. And a lot of y'all do not know the facts, and y'all need to know the facts before it goes on any further. These people should not be in power.
President Woodrow Wilson, a Democrat, shared many views with the Klan. He resegregated many federal agencies and even screened the first movie ever played at the White House, the racist film, The Birth of a Nation.
Yo, you hear that? He showed this movie inside of the White House to all his folks. A racist movie. KKK and stuff. Yo, that is crazy. That's to tell you everybody was down. Meaning all the Democrats. You did not have one Democrat that's opposed the slackness. They all was down. And remind you, remember, wasn't no black man inside the Democratic Party. Was all white, all racist people that don't see blacks as human. It's crazy, my people.
Originally entitled The Klansman. A few decades later, the only serious congressional opposition to the landmark Civil Rights Act of 1964 came from Democrats. 80% of Republicans in Congress supported the bill, less than 70% of Democrats did. Democratic senators filibustered the bill for 75 days until Republicans mustered the few extra votes needed to break the logjam. And when all of their efforts to enslave blacks, keep them enslaved, and then keep them from voting had failed, the Democrats came up with a new strategy. If black people are going to vote, they might as well vote for Democrats, as President Lyndon Johnson was purported to have said about the Civil Rights Act. I'll have them voting Democrat for 200 years.
You hear that? You hear that, ladies and gentlemen. And you already know what that N and the S word, you know what I'm saying? Calling us black folks Negroes. That's what Lyndon Johnson said in 1963. I will have them niggers vote Democrat for the next 200 years. And we blindly voted Democrat without knowing none of the facts. Because you let this white man that was a racist trick y'all black folks to come back to the Democratic Party, the slave masters that was slaving us, lynching us, beating us, raping our women. I don't understand this. Why would y'all go back? Why? Why would y'all go back? You let this one man trick y'all.
So now, the Democratic Party prospers on the votes of the very people it has spent much of its history oppressing. Democrats falsely claim that the Republican Party is the villain, when in reality, it's the failed policies of the Democratic Party that have kept blacks down.
You hear that? These same Democrats came and preached to the black folks and everybody that it was the Republican Party is the problem. When in actuality it was them. And over the years they keep preaching that to folks, keep preaching that, and keep get rid of all the bad negative history that they've been doing to us. Even in school they don't teach that no more. Schools, all the public schools, I don't know about private schools because I never been there, but all the public schools is run by Democrats. They teach the kids what the Democrats want them to teach to the kids. It's crazy. So that's why most folks don't know this. That's why most black folks, soon as they born and could vote, they thinking they Democrats, because that's what they was taught in school from day one. Yo, this was crazy, yo, and that was part of the plan to have black folks vote Democrat for the next 200 years. But that's have to change, folks. That's have to change.
Massive government welfare has decimated the black family. Opposition to school choice has kept them trapped in failing schools.
You hear that? The Democrat put everything in place to make sure blacks do not survive. Right now, Donald Trump is fighting for school choices. From the first time he was running, from the first time he was a president, he was fighting for that. Because the Democrat Party makes sure that black folks stay with black folks. If you in a poor, rundown neighborhood, you only could go to that poor, rundown neighborhood school. You cannot move from your neighborhood, your city, and go to another city school. And that was crazy. Crazy. And that's what Donald Trump is trying to change right now for us black folks and poor folks. You feel me? That it doesn't matter where you live at. If your parents could afford to send you to a different public school in a different town, let them do that. Because most of the poor neighborhoods and communities that are full of violence don't have no good teachers and stuff of that nature anyway. They teaching them the wrong stuff.
Politically correct policing has left black neighborhoods defenseless against violent crime. So when you think about racial equality and civil rights,
yo, you hear that right? From back then, they don't want the black folks to go nowhere, and they want us to keep killing each other. That was the main idea. Remember, from day one, they did not like us. They don't see us as humans. You think things change now? No, they just using their brains now. Things ain't changed. This is crazy. Yo, mad love and respect to this lady right here for giving us the facts. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all share this video out. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend what's going on, because a lot of y'all did not know the facts, and I'm here for y'all. So you already. Peace and love, and we up out of here.